Hey everyone, welcome back for another video of Diablo 3, and in this video I will be talking about the Crusader build. And also with this build you can go really high on the leaderboard. In fact, it is the best Crusader build there is, but also the hardest one to get all the gears for, because you need all the items ancient, and not only ancient, you also want the perfect states on the items. So, well, it will take a while to farm these items, but, well, if you have them, then you are glad you did, because you can climb the leaderboard pretty hard, and this build is really strong, so keep watching. So, for this build, you need all the gears ancient, and the reason for that is because we are using the Legacy of Nightmare rings. So, while this is your only item set bonus, every ancient item you have equipped increases your damage dealt by 100% and reduces your damage taken by 4%. So we got 14 or 13 item slots. So 13 times 100%, that is a lot of damage, and 30 times 4% is a lot of damage reduction that we will get because of these rings. So get all the items ancient. For our shoulders, we are using the Invoker shoulders. It doesn't really matter what shoulders we are using or what you are using, as long as they are ancient, then it is good to go. And you also want to put Thorns as a secondary on it. For the helmet, we are using Leoric's crown. Increases the effect of any gem socket into this item by 100% if possible. This effect does not apply to legendary gems. So when you put a diamond gem in there, the cooldown will just get doubled. For a necklace, you want an ancient hellfire necklace, and if you can get as a passive skill indestructible, then you got the perfect hellfire necklace. For our braces, we are using strong arm braces. Enemies hit by knockback suffer 30% increased damage for 5 seconds when they land. So this will help you to buff your damage. For our armor, we are using Aquila Cuirass, since this will give you 50% damage reduction because we are not using any primary resource. This effect will stay forever, so you get 50% damage reduction always. For our gloves, we are using Sided Archu's Cage. The first time an elite pack damages you, gain an absorb shield equal to 150% of your maximum life for 10 seconds. So we are using this gloves because it gives you some survivability. For our belt, we are using the Belt of Troth. Every 8 seconds calls down a bombardment on a random nearby enemy. This will help you for the damage. The pants will be the hexing pants of Mr. Jan. Your resource generation and damage is increased by 25% while moving and decreased by 20% while standing still. Well, we are never standing still because we are steed charging the whole day long, and we will get 25% increase in damage. For the boots, we are using illusory boots. You may move unhindered through enemies, so this will help you to get out of trouble, and also you will never be stuck, so you probably won't die. For our shield, we are using Lidless Wall, and the reason for that is because you can roll physical damage on the shield, and you can't do that on any other shield. So you need Lidless Wall. The weapon, we are using Swift Mount, doubles the duration of steed charge. We are steed charging the whole day. We want to steed charge as long as possible and as fast as possible, so we can stay doing damage on all the monsters. For the gems, you want to use diamond gems in your armor, in your helmet, and in your pants. For your weapon, you want a topaz gem to get massive Thorns damage. The legendary gems, you need Bane of the Trap. This will increase the damage. And you also get an aura that reduces the movement speed of monsters around you. We also use Bane of the Stricken. This is your guardian killer. And as last, Boyarski's Chip. This will give you also massive Thorns damage. For the Kanai's Cube, you want the Mortal Drama. Double the numbers of bombardment impacts. Heart of Iron, gain Thorns equal to 300% of your vitality. And as last, Convention of Elements, gain 200% physical damage when it turns on physical damage. So that will just give a huge buff to your damage output. For your skills you want Concentration, Bed of Nails. The concentrated ground becomes covered in nails. Enemies that walk into that area take 100% of your Thorns damage every second. And it also gives life per second back. Condemn Vacuum, so we use this to group the monsters together so we can just move with our steed charge through the group of monsters, and that will help us kill monsters. Bombardment, damage of each barrel is increased by 200% of your Thorns. And call in an assault from afar, raining 5 barrels of spikes onto enemies around you, dealing 2850% total weapon damage to enemies within 12 yards of the impact zone. So also, when this turns on physical, you want to cast Bombardment, and that will give you a lot of damage. So for the next skill we are using Steed Charge, Spiked Barding. So this is your damaging skill. You want to move through monsters, and that will do 500% Thorns damage every second. Iron Skin, Reflective Skin. Your skin turns to iron, absorbing 50% of all incoming damage for 4 seconds. And when you activate this, your Thorns is also increased by 300%. And as last, Accurate Champion, Prophet. So you need this almost in every build for the Crusader, because it gives you 150% more armor, and it also gives you a second life, and also increases your damage by 35% and increasing your red regeneration by 5 for 20 seconds. We are not using the red regeneration because we are not using any resource skills. For the passive skills, you want to use Favor for the cooldown reduction. You want to use Iron Maiden because then your Thorns is increased by 50%. Finally, gain 1.5 strength for every gem socket into your gears. Strength will also work on Thorns because it will increase the Thorns damage. And you also get toughness strength. And as last, Lord Commander, the cooldown of Steed Charge is reduced by 25% and Bombardment by 35%. For your Paragon levels, you want 25% movement speed in total, and the rest goes into strength. For your offense, you want cooldown reduction, attack speed, critical hit chance and critical hit damage. For your defense, resist all, life, armor, life regeneration. For your utility, you want area damage, life per hit, resource cost reduction and gold find. For the rolls on your gears. For your shoulders, strength, vitality, cooldown reduction, bombardment, and as a secondary, Thorns. For your helmet you want strength, vitality, all resist or life percentage, secondary, Thorns. For your necklace, physical damage, strength, area damage, and as a secondary, Thorns. For your gloves, strength, vitality, cooldown reduction, area damage, and as a secondary, Thorns. For your chest, strength, vitality, bombardment, and as a secondary, Thorns. For your braces you want physical damage, strength, vitality, all resist, and as a secondary, Thorns. For your rings you want strength, cooldown reduction, area damage, and as a secondary, Thorns. For your belt you want strength, vitality, all resist, life percentage, and as a secondary, Thorns. For your pants you want strength, vitality, all resist, and Thorns. For your weapon you want strength, vitality, cooldown reduction, and area damage. And as you can see, I got lighting damage. You can just reroll that in some of the rolls that I just mentioned, so you don't need damage on your weapon because it doesn't work with Thorns. For your boots you want strength, resist all, vitality, and armor. and as a secondary Thorns if it's possible. And for your shield you want physical damage, strength, vitality, cooldown reduction and bombardment, and as a secondary Thorns. How you want to use these skills is turn on Accurate's Champion. After that you want to use Iron Skin and just T-charge through the monsters. If you think you are gonna die, just put down your concentration bed of nails. That will give you lives back, and also the monsters inside that area will get Thorns damage. If you think the monsters are not close together, then just cast Condemn and that will bring all the monsters together. And after that you just can go on where you've started. When this turns on physical damage, you want to cast Bombardment and that will give you the most damage from Bombardment. So this is the build. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, then don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. And then I will see you guys later. Right?